Hey everybody, I know it's super duper late, like it's midnight, and it's technically the next day, but I'm still drawing every day, and that this day is continuous into the night, and I don't see the construct of time and midnight being the end of the day. And instead, it is still the day, but it's like after hours. So this is like the Adult Swim version. I have a camera that's just not working. And I'm not gonna lie, this has been my struggle and the reason why the stream was put off. Not only that, but I'm like just kind of beat from the day. We're gonna get things going. Or we could do digital stuff. I wanted to do stuff by hand. But sometimes the universe stands against you. And the only thing you can do is fight against it by being resourceful and using different tools. This is just the last state that my screen was in. Put it in a new state. Something else. Get out of here. Tonight's challenge is that I don't have my glasses on and I cannot see very well. And we're just gonna see what I draw. And I'm not gonna play music. But I am doing it. It's day 60. We're still doing it. My name is Andy Stoltz, and I draw every single day. In just a sec. All right. Oh man, the screen doesn't want to take inputs. It's a bummer because I had my camera working right before I started the stream. I was like, yes, it works. And then I started the stream and I saw that dreaded black screen with the sort of it's almost like a camera iris symbol. That's the detail logo. This is an app I run. You can hear me shuffling around all the stuff on my desk. Here we go. Hey, I got the microphone in the right position now. What are we gonna draw today? You're gonna see the doodles that I draw whenever I don't know what to draw. I don't like drawing digitally. It's something I've learned recently. It's because I do not have this sort of computer that a lot of digital artists have. It is for vector art. And you'd think that the computer I have would work really well for this. And I think it does whenever I have it kind of tweaked and tuned just the right way. But lately, here we go. You can see how like I'm clicking things, and then you see me waiting a second, nothing's happening. When I draw, I want it to be so incredibly natural and smooth and easy that I don't think about the computer taking time to do stuff in between what I do. And I feel like I experience that on like a heightened level of impatience. Here we go. Kyle's Inkbox, too smooth to be for real. Look at this thing. Oh. Of course. What layer are we looking at? It can just be a new layer that I make right now. The layer. It's that layer. I can't see my keyboard hardly, so I have to like bow down to it to type anything. Wow. Do you see how erratic the point is? Here we go. See, that's a good. That's a good stylus. All right, it's late. I'm tired. Let's draw some stuff. Eyeballs. Pretty standard. Art doodle. See this? I'm just gonna draw with it. Now you get it. You get it, right? You, the viewer. That's an eyeball, and it's so much easier to do by hand. And I love the tools. I love being able to do things digitally because I do it like this, and then it's like, all right, it's print ready, right? But it doesn't feel the way I want it to feel. Like I've already drawn the lines. I'm like, it's funny to say I draw them and then I can watch them go on. These are like muscle memory things for me. And you can see how jittery it is. That's me having drawn it 10 seconds ago, and the computer is trying to figure it out. Now we have a whole conversation going on about AI art. I thought it was done. It's still gone. The AI art is smarter than my computer letting me do my drawing. That's a different level of frustration for me. I'm not watching chat, by the way. What would that? Nothing. That's fine. Y'all show up. Maybe. It's totally frozen now. Give me a break, guys. Work. I want the biggest, baddest, newest stuff so I can draw cool on my computer. Alright, what else can I do to make this thing faster? Let's see. Please stand by. Oh, man. Oh, we got the Force Quit application. That's right. Let's do that. Doing it. I'm just going to close everything that's not art. That Force Quit application even took a while to open up. Crazy. Crazy. Alright. My stylus, my pointer, keeps returning to the other screen. You see it? It's just kind of jittering around because it's trying to finish my drawing. That's wild to me. Like it's just moving on its own. These are all the like inputs and actions that happened after I drew this eye, and I hovered my pen above the. Can I move it now? Yeah, apparently. All right, let's start. Force Quit. I have 2 instances of Spotify open. My image preview. Podcasts. Get out of here. Photo application. All the things I need to do my job. All open. All running. Juggling just a lot of bowling pins, I feel like. So many things. I didn't even know I had Illustrator open. I had Illustrator open. That's right. Camera application still running. Alright, that should do it. We'll see how we go. Man, it's still doing it. This has been an issue for the past there it goes. That feels good. Alright. Seems like those applications finally closed. So I'm half listening to a conversation that's happening in the other room and a little bit distracted. We're doodling. We're just doodling things. What do I doodle? I doodle skulls a lot. What does that say? Do playful skulls. It doesn't have to be realistic. I think I just need a doodle day today because I'm just feeling tired. That sucks. Let's do something different. That's good. I feel like this guy's happy at least. Shwoop. Alright. They're friends. You contemplate one's own existence and draw your hands. My hands don't look this messed up, but I do have them. So they're easy subjects. Willing and cooperative. And I don't require a lot of them. Just do the things I generally do. I think that's the only thing in my life that I care that it does the thing that they tell it to do. Anybody else, you got your own biz. Like, do it. It's cold. Stay warm. Stay very warm. Just like that. What else can we doodle? I like drawing houses. I kind of wish I'd drawn the house that I drew. I think I drew like in the last week. Wow. It just doesn't want to be done. Be done. Digital tools, man. That's what I'm talking about. They're great, but they're also... they can be finicky. I have this continuous fear at work that like my computer's just gonna crash, and like 2 hours of whatever I do might be backed up, but it also might just get lost. So it's kind of just a thought I have, and it happens. And we have contingencies that I designed because it was something that nobody was dealing with. And it was wild to me. No one was dealing with it. It's still drawing this. I'm not done drawing. Okay, here we go. And it finally got dealt with. It was this amazing thing that ended up saving so much time and effort. And it seems like such a simple thing to just get right. But you'll be surprised if you're watching this and you're anything like me. You'll be surprised throughout your life how often there are simple problems that have holistic solutions that aren't really explored or happened upon. And I think it's not something that you can really fault others for and say like, well, they're just not smart enough, because they are pretty smart. I mean, there are people out there who understand things about this world that I'm too tired to try to get and understand. There's stuff like I don't know, like stock trades, right? The people out there who make their entire livelihood off of just picking good stocks and trading them. And like, amen, brother. Like, make money. You have to. It's a way to survive. I respect if you can do it well, but also like I have to work for my money. So at the same time, I look at that and I go, oh, a tiny bit resentful, but like, they do them. Any resent I ever feel towards somebody else is really just me being sort of jealous, you know. And I need to kind of humble myself and think about that kind of stuff. And I do occasionally go back to that proud part of myself that's like, and also I can draw anything I want. And a lot of these folks are too scared to pick up a pencil. So there's that. Oh man, what a day. Hasn't really even been a stressful day for me, to be honest. It's been actually a very good day. It's just also, I guess that tired feeling just kind of hit me. Before I have the job I have right now, I worked for about, I want to say 3 or 4 years without any sort of vacation or anything like that. And in fact, the job I had right before the job I have right now, or not right before it, but before I went into like saying, hey, I'm done with this, time to do some temp work. And I did temp work for like about a whole year before I got the job I have right now. But the work I did before that was, you had to work there for, I think it was 3 years before you got any amount of paid vacation. And even at that, I think it was 1 week. But every Thanksgiving, they would give you a turkey, which, if you're a vegetarian like myself, doesn't really make a lot of sense. But they gave it to me. I think the very first month I was working at that job. I don't know. Just the needs system that I think some people are on and other people are on is so incredibly different that they don't really understand that what they're giving is a gift for sure, but it is also sort of like insubstantial in the grand scheme of like why we work. So we work to lift ourselves up. Not for turkeys. And that's a weird thing if you just joined the stream to hear. Hi, my name is Andy Stoltz, and I draw every day. We'll see how far we get today. I think this is the doodle I'm having. It's like a winter snowed in doodle. This person's lucky. Their home is caught in the drift in just the right way. That the real drifts happen over here. You ever had that where like the snow's like 5 or 6 feet deep, but the drifts are in such a way that your front door is just clear, good. So at least you can get outside and take care of it, and that's something to be grateful for. I'm gonna do a big old porch out here, like elevated, and it doesn't have any snow on it. All right, that felt good to draw. What else we gonna do? I'm just doodling. Carrots are fun to draw. I don't know why. Something about them. They're just easy. It's a triangle, guys. It's easy. Draw it. And then expand upon it. As far as I feel like taking that today. Ooh. This guy's getting tired. He's like me. It is 12:30. I can hardly see, so I'm super zoomed in on everything. All right. I think that was supposed to be a spider. I'm just draw hands more. Drawing hands like really fast and not worrying about them is a pretty good feeling. I feel like tonight is just me talking about what feels good to draw. Like not even what is good to draw or what I want to draw. It's about like what feels good to draw. Hey Meg, I go to bed soon. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna briefly talk about why I can't see right now and why I am choosing to draw anyways. For the past, I would say, week, I've had a pain in the side of my eyeball, and I've just been ignoring it. And today, I decided to just stop ignoring it and like apply medicated drops that I keep around that basically, they help out with the eye stuff. But they also make it so I can't wear glasses or contacts, and I'm very sensitive to light. So even this like screen, I'm drawing in the complete blackness right now. This is my eye doesn't hurt, but also this is a lot of this is blurred lines. So That's fun. No mustache because it's funny. The stuff we come up with when we can't see anything and we're not basing it off of anything. What now? A lot of people, a lot of teeth. I think about teeth a lot. I don't know why. I guess it's just an easy thing to draw. Look at this great brush, though. I'm super zoomed in. I can draw like extremely tiny stuff. Be very gentle. And then you can make him super tiny. Like he's just little. Who cares? Like a tiny house. I already drew that exact perspective. I think it's called cabinet oblique, by the way. What else? What else? What else? Cabinet oblique is defined as. Gosh. So, like, here's a square. It's a flat square on a flat surface. But, like, somebody decided, but also you can see perspective. But this is flat. This is 2D, the rest is 3D. That's called cabinet oblique, which is garbage because it is what somebody wanted an artist to draw, and the artist was like, but isn't this also good? Like, at some point, that's what engineers and such demanded of artists. And I think at that point is when we left the golden age of illustration and we moved to, what we currently, I guess, live in, which is fine. I mean, we all do our jobs. But, like, we used to believe in vanishing points and realism. I don't know what this particular drawing is good for anymore. I think 2 points good enough. 3 point perspective is like trying to understand too much of the space you're drawing in. It'd be very good for very large drawings that try to draw a lot of things, maybe, or very complex spaces from high angles, but in general, you just need 2 point, and then 1 point perspective is what you draw because it's convenient to learn that way. Right? There's like a single vanishing point in the background, and everything kind of goes back to it, which is existentially terrifying to some of us who have been drawing in perspective for a while. Start to contemplate things like hypercubes after a while, and it's like, oh no, I've gone off the deep end. Yeah, that's 1 point perspective. We have 3 point, 1 point, cabinet oblique, isometric. You have 2 point, which is pretty simple. It's basically you're showing two sides of a thing. Very simple and easy to understand. I remember getting really into perspective and learning some pretty obscure rules about perspective drawing. And I think that's where I crossed over into technical drawing, which is kind of where I live now. But then they took technical drawing. Technical drawing is less about showing things realistically and more about showing things accurately. So, oh man, have I forgotten the law? Yeah, I forgot the rule for this. What is this called? You can have equidistantly spaced items going down infinitely into the background, and there is a way to calculate the distance as it becomes like increasingly close together. And for some reason, it's just escaping me right now. I know I can open up any textbook and find it. Anything on perspective and find that, but I'm like, it's kind of glancing off the surface right now. I know it involves this line, and it involves bisecting it somehow. And this line goes through the middle point. And I think what it is you slash this, you want to find the middle point of the next area. So you can kind of see how this is working around. You have the middle point of this area. And then you can find the middle point of this area. Find the middle point of this area, which I pretty much had it on the spot. Then we're going from the top here, so the middle point of this is there. The middle point of this is, and at this point we get too close together, so yeah, wasn't that far off. Kind of ran through that in my head really fast. I figured it out. It's kind of like you get this instinctual knowledge of like, hey, what does a nose look like? Well, it's a triangle, flat surface with these like two other surfaces that come off to the side. And those are at varying depths and heights. And you learn this very like rudimentary way of like drawing a thing That's almost idealized. And then you kind of look at it, and it's not always like that. So you kind of have to throw this model out of your head and get rid of it. Because people don't look like that. Not everybody looks the same. Not everybody's predictable in the way that sort of like these traditional, almost like people are like art, and I feel like people want other people to be like craft, which is that there is an ideal form that you work towards, but that's never really something that you can do, you know. And so you have these very different forms and shapes that people come up into. And when they don't match that like craft form, like, well, you know, a woven basket should look like this, you know. Maybe they're better than that. You know, we gotta think about that stuff. I kind of think about that when I approach politics and stuff like that, which I don't usually touch on here. There's a million amazing nose shapes, though, for example, and like, I mean, there are kids with big noses, and there are kids with like bulbous noses, and there's people who have like strange shapes. You kind of abandon this like I'm gonna do whatever based on the triangle shape stuff. You start to explore like maybe flatter profile noses. Now you can start to get a little bit more creative. Those could be a person's nose, but you might bring it to an extreme state. And that can still be a person's nose. There's nothing that stops that from being a person's nose. And I'm sure that, you know, but you start to get into this extreme state and you can create like fantasy things, really. Or pigs, I guess, because that's what you go towards. Everything kind of evolves into other things. I'm just trying to find blank spaces in here and draw them. You have eyes. You can draw eyes over and over again forever. And you start like messing with the format of eyes that they become interesting. Start exaggerating a shape like this, which is a totally normal shape for an eye, right? You start to, what if that was bent up like that, or what if it was like that? All of these are perfectly acceptable shapes for eyes. You can draw them all. They just kind of become more and more abstracted. This is where you get like iconic cartoon looks or otherworldly looks. Let's put two pupils in this one. Because we can. We're artists. Like, do what you want. Sometimes I get too caught up in my projects and like a format that I create. And I need to do stuff like this where I expand out the boundaries of like what I've set. So like I've had this whole project going on for weeks and weeks and weeks. I feel like that I do on stream sometimes I do it off stream where I'm drawing, you know, the rooms That's a good exercise. It really is, to try to get better and faster at drawing these spaces. But yeah, tonight was me taking a break from that, I guess. I wasn't really feeling it, and I put off the stream till really late, and that's the honest truth of it. And I did something that was my own, and it still felt good. And so that's what drawing every day is about. Even if drawing every day is drawing in the after hours of the day, like it's past midnight. But you can still count on me being here, I guess, later today in the evening. Or hey, if you're on the West Coast, this is still today. I'm going to be here tomorrow drawing every day. So like and subscribe, I guess. And you can count on me being around. All right, everybody. I hope you're also drawing too. Whatever that is. My drawings are sometimes total garbage, like tonight. But when they're good and they feel good, and you can't trade that for nothing. So, yeah. Good night.